Okay, so today we're going to learn about the Pythagorean theorem. And the Pythagorean theorem is a theorem that is specific to a certain kind of triangle. What kind of triangle is that?
Right.
Right, so it's specific to a right triangle. What kind of triangle is this?
Cute.
Right, so that's acute. And then we have right here. And then, really exaggerated, but what's that kind of triangle?
Obtuse.
Yes, okay. So Pythagorean theorem is only specific to right triangles. And it's basically a theorem where if they give you two sides of the triangle, you can solve for any other side. Any two they give you, you can solve for that missing side. So the theorem says a squared plus b squared equals c squared. Alright, can you guys repeat that?
A squared plus b squared equals c squared.
One more time.
A squared plus b squared equals c squared.
Right, so this applies to anything. So A and B are going to be your legs of your right triangle, and C is going to be your hypotenuse. Alright, now who can tell me what a hypotenuse is?
The longest side.
The what? What was that?
The longest side.
Okay, so it's the longest side, and which angle is it across from?
The right.
Right, it's the largest and the right angle. Yep, Jenny? So it's across from the right angle. Okay. Okay, so it's across from the right angle, and it is the longest side. So, just to check for comprehension, can you guys tell me which ones the hypotenuses are in this? Alright, Jonathan, where's the hypotenuse in this? There.
On the top.
There, yes, so that's your C. So then in this picture, where's your C? Ashley.
Top.
Okay, and then right here.
Bottom.
There we go. Okay, so those are your C's. So your C's are always your hypotenuse and your longest side. So, if we had a right triangle here, and we had a 3 and a 4, and we're missing our C. So, let's plug it into the Pythagorean theorem, which is?
A squared plus b squared equals c squared.
Yes. Okay, so what's that A? We can pick either A for this because it's either one of the legs and they're both interchangeable because they're both added together here and squared. So, which one do you guys want to be A?
3.
3. Okay, so A is going to be 3, and then and B is going to be 4. So A squared, so that's going to be what squared?
3 squared.
Yes, and then B squared is going to be?
4 squared.
Yes. And then, do we know what C squared is?
No.
Okay, so that's going to be our unknown, and that's our equation, and we're going to solve for C. So, what is 3 squared?
9.
Yes. Plus
62.
equals C squared. Okay, and then 9 plus 16 is?
25.
Equals C squared. So then what's my C equal to? If I square root both sides?
5.
Yes. Okay, and I know a lot of times we do plus or minus 5 because that could be a negative 5 as well. But why can't it be negative here? Why can't we do a negative?
Because you can't have a negative distance.
Right, you can't have a negative distance or a negative length. These are all going to be positive integers. Well, not integers, they're all going to be positive. So that's going to be C is equal to 5. And so it also works the opposite way. If we have two of the legs, so say we have 13, and say that's our B that we don't know. Okay, so let's plug that into our formula. So A squared is going to be?
12.
Yes. So that's my A. That's my C. And then, oh, sorry. And then plus what?
B squared.
Yes, equals
13 squared.
Yes, okay. So then, what is 12 squared?
144.
144, so plus b squared, because we still don't know what b squared is. And then 13 squared is?
169.
169, okay. So then how do I solve for b squared from here?
Subtract 144 from each side.
Right, so it's an equation, so we have to keep it equal. So subtract 144 from here, subtract 144 from here. So we have b squared is equal to, and then 169 minus 144, what is that equal to?
25.
Yes, it equals to 25. So then to solve for b, square root both sides, b is equal to?
5.
5. So then our missing length of this side is 5. Does everyone understand?
Got it.
What are your questions? Do you guys have any?
Why can either one be A or B?
Because if you look at, so let's look at this right here. If you're looking at A and B right here, they're both going to be squared and added together. So that's like saying if we have 5 squared plus 6 squared, can we write 6 squared plus 5 squared instead?
Yeah.
Yes. So yes, that's another property. So you can flip-flop them both, so it doesn't matter because they're both added together.